Hey guys, my name is Nick. I'm a Microsoft Certified Expert Administrator. I create a lot of content for MSPs. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering Teams templates. Before I get into today's session, if you guys want to see more content around Microsoft 365 and the MSP space, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Getting into it here though, with Teams templates, you're able to customize a template that you can use with pre-made channels and applications, part of those channels that you can then deploy within the organization. This can help in a couple of different ways. The first of which would be for project work. We have a consistent theme or fundamentally different layers of channels that you would want to incorporate in every single project that you could conduct. And this allows you to then use that as a template moving forward for opening up and then archiving those Teams channels over time. The other method of doing this is simply to have consistent formatting across your environment for the format of all the Teams channels that are created. This could ultimately help with the file structure as well too, if you organize everything with the same top level hierarchy, moving down into the sub channels that may be part of the high level Teams channel itself. So getting into it here, I want to show you how to create this and what the end user experience is like as well too. I'm in the Teams admin center here and I've got under the Teams section, and you can click on Teams templates. You'll notice there's a pre-made list here of certain templates that you can consume. And others can consume within the company if you really wanted to use them. But if you click on one here, you'll be able to see certain information about this channel, such as all of the different channels that are underneath it. And this is what's, again, shown by default versus having it hidden and then having to pop it open to actually consume that within the Teams channel itself. And then in apps, you can apply both at the channel level or just holistically at the top level for all the apps that they'll see straight out of the box. So you may have some custom line of business applications you might want to add, or you may want to always have Excel or different various Microsoft apps that are included in these channels across this Teams group. So these are all things that you can customize. But going back here, when I click on add, you're able to create a new one, brand new. You create a new one from an existing team as a template. So let's say somebody made a team and they have a certain segue or segment of channels underneath it with applications, and you want to use that as your golden image as a good example, and you want to then deploy that as the template across the org for project work again, or just maybe for each Teams channel that is created. You could also use one of the existing templates that you've created in the past or that Microsoft has as well too, to go ahead and create this from scratch. So in here you can name this template whatever you like here. So maybe you just call it project revenue template, and you can give it a short and long description, and I'm not gonna go into any details there for the sake of this time in this video, but you can go ahead and click on next, and here's where you can customize what's part of this. So you can customize all the channels, and you can customize the applications that are part of this as well too. So you can add a new name for this channel, maybe just call this support, and you can add a description. You can say whether it's shown by default or not, and then you can add an app for this template. So maybe you want to look through the pre-existing applications and say that I want Excel to always be part of this channel, or maybe there's another app that you've deployed within Teams that you want to add here as well. This allows you to come in and actually do that, and then when you're done adding all your channels, you can click on submit, and then this will create the new Teams template here. The one thing that's kind of a bummer in my opinion is the fact that as an admin, you can't go into your team section here and add a team and be able to choose from a template in this section. You only have the abilities to do the pre-custom fields here, which is deciding if it's public or private, deciding the owners, deciding the members, giving it a name and description, things like that. But you don't really have the ability here to come in and define this as being created as part of a template within the admin UI. So the broader perspective here is maybe that you have people within the organization who determine that this is my best structure that I can go with for each Teams channel. This is how we want to structure things organizationally. And then they are able to consume that within their Teams environment, which I'll show you right now. So if I pop into this Teams environment, here and I click on the create a team, you'll have the templates here available from the ones that you've created or the ones that were again pre-made by Microsoft for you to choose from. And then you can select them here from this drop down, and it'll talk about what channels there are. They'll talk about the applications part of that, and then you can click on start and define if it's a public or private Teams channel, and then you can give it a name here. So maybe I just want to call this finance. I can click on create and it'll create this team for me, and then you can modify the members and settings and all of that after the fact. What I would like to see that as part of the whole admin experience. So the other piece here, this is where it was talking about hidden channels versus completely visible. So you can come in here and you can see that there's two channels here that aren't viewable by default. You have to click on show to pull them up. So all that's customizable between the actual Teams channel itself. Here on their document, which I'll link below this video, you can also see the properties that are supported and ones that are not. So you can't decide what files and content are in them yet, or connectors, or settings, or pictures, or membership. But I believe that will be coming soon in the future here based off their verbiage within the support article. I would like to say that it would be ideal if you could customize this and deploy this when you're creating new Teams channels within the admin center. That would hopefully be something that's coming soon as well too. So that's everything I wanted to show in this video for Teams templates. If you guys do have any questions or comments, or actually if you'd love to share any success stories or templates that you use in your environments for your customers that have worked really well for adoption purposes, for efficiency purposes, definitely note those below just to share with the community here. Otherwise though, please go ahead and like the video if you enjoy the content, and like I mentioned, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content around Microsoft 365 and the MSP space. Thanks guys, have a great day.